Welcome to part 3 of the What is SEO series. And in the last video, we talked about off-page elements or citations that can affect your rankings. And in part 3, we're going to talk about legitimacy. And what this is these are elements that will help tell Google that you're a legitimate site. In addition to that, they're also going to tell visitors that you're more of a legitimate site. I'll take a couple steps back here. A few years ago, Google had a few major updates, including Panda and Penguin, that completely changed the way SEO worked. And it's changed a number of times since then, but these had a very large impact, and they took a lot of illegitimate sites off of the internet, or at least off of the rankings. And Google used a number of factors to determine what sites were legitimate and what sites weren't. But what they wanted to provide is real sites for searchers. So instead of you searching for a term and then just coming up with a website that is obviously from a spammer or from somebody that doesn't know anything about the topic, they wanted to make sure they were providing you with websites that were very legitimate, that knew what they were talking about, and were authorities in their niche. So this is a third part that is also very important. Now, it doesn't necessarily increase your rankings. However, not having these can cause Google to trust you a little bit less, and they may prevent you from having first page rankings just because of these elements. So they're also very important in the overall strategy. And so there's three different things that go into this, this algorithm. The first one is going to be domain authority, or it's also known as PageRank. And what this is this is a trust signal to Google as far as how trustworthy your site is. So domain authority is a number of different topics, and I typically stray away from calling it PageRank simply because there's easy ways to game the system and game the PageRank algorithm. So we call it more domain authority because this is a trustworthiness of your overall website. And what this is based around is the age of your website, the citations that are pointing to your website, the quality as well as the quantity, and a number of other elements that are showing whether you're an authority or not. So for example, a site like Wikipedia, it has a huge domain authority because they are an authority. They provide relevant information. Their information is updated. If any of it's found to be false, then they'll update it and provide relevant information. So they do a very good job of keeping everything that's on their site accurate. That's why they have a very high score. Again, going back to my earlier example, sites like whitehouse.gov and google.com are also huge domain authority sites because they have established that trust, and in Google's eyes, as well as pretty much everyone else's eyes, these are trustworthy resources. The next thing is the content of your site. And so this is what's actually on your site. This can include pictures, videos, and text. And it really revolves around having quality content. Now, depending on your level of SEO expertise, you may have heard before, quality content is king. You have to have quality content in order to rank. But you may wonder, what exactly does that mean? Well, it means information that's relevant to the end user. So if your website, again going back to the earlier example about plumbing, if your website is about plumbing, but then you have a bunch of pages about weight loss, you're sending mixed signals, and you're going to cause the search engines as well as users to not quite trust you because they don't know what to think about your website. So keeping relevant content to your main niche is very, very important. In addition to that, you don't want content that is repeated on a number of other domains. So for example, you don't want to post a blog post on your blog and then post that on your WordPress and on your Blogger site, post the same thing on Facebook, share it on another website. This is called duplicate content and can get you in a lot of trouble as far as rankings wise with Google. So you want to make sure you have unique content that's relevant to your niche. The third factor is social. So these are links from sites like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and a myriad of other social sites. These are also very important. They're, number one, as a business, they're a great way to generate more traffic if you're leveraging social media. But in addition to that, this shows again that your site is legitimate. If you are creating a really spammy site promoting a product, you're probably not going to take the time to set up a Facebook and a Twitter and a YouTube, post videos, make posts, photos, different things like that. You're just going to make that little website and try to spam the heck out of it to get it to rank. So this is just a third factor that goes into that legitimacy. So when you add all three of these up, they can cause you to have great rankings and to rise in the search engines very quickly. Certain parts are much more valuable than others, but doing them all together gives Google as well as visitors a very clear idea of what your site's about, that it's high quality, and that you're an authority in your niche. So all of these are very, very important, and as much as you can take them into account, the better your rankings are going to be. Now, I can get much more in depth in these types of discussions, but I wanted to give you a quick overview so you can have a better understanding of what SEO is and how it impacts your business. So thanks so much for watching. I'm Brad Brokema with Growth Marketing. We'd love to help you out with your marketing. If you have any questions, give us a call at our phone number or visit our contact page and feel free to ask us. We'd love to help you out. We'd love to help you grow your business. Otherwise, signing off for today. Make it an excellent day. Bye-bye.